Bello to you, my fellow Dark Ones. How are you guys doing today? How's life? I know, you can't see my beautiful eyes. They're tiny. Today we're going to play around a bit with the Purple Fire mod. Obviously, I mean Occultism. There are a few things that I don't really mind having, and there are a few things that I want to try. But for the moment, as far as I remember, everything starts with Otherstone. Yeah, let's get more. You can never have enough. I'm not exactly sure. Can we drop oak and also get other wood? No. Do I have to trade it? That is the question. I know that you're supposed to find an underground groove, but I don't know how to find one. Don't get me wrong, I know how to find one, I haven't found one yet. That's the problem. Okay, we can convert saplings. I think it's very important for mods to give you alternatives rather than exploration, especially in the recent versions of Minecraft. Anyways, demon fruit, we harvest. That's it, right? Yes. This is horrifying. The amount of garbage that you get is just crazy. Look, demon fruit seed, flax, tomato, flax, spinach, peanuts, sadie root, old root, hemp, seed, and some of them I didn't even pick up. But I think for the moment that is enough, and let me set up some filtering. I have set up the filters so we're not getting seeds in our inventory, and apparently our dearest friend King Gamer is no longer with us. I personally think that our visa officers are doing a very good job. So welcome to the club. And just in case some of you don't know how occultism works, maybe I should explain things really fast. You punch grass, you get demon's dream seed. You plant it and you bone meal it, you're going to get demon fruit. You set one demon fruit on fire, and you get purple fire. That is the best kind of fire. There are two materials that you need constantly, one of them is Otherstone and the other one is other wood. So you drop andesite into the fire, and you get Otherstone. And the saplings you already saw, you just drop oak saplings into the fire and you get this sapling. But it is very important that when you want to harvest it, you should be under the third eye effect, meaning that you have to eat demon fruit, like so. Now you can harvest it. So what do we need to do? We need to start performing a few rituals. For them, we're going to need different types of chalk. If we smelt down Otherstone, we're going to get Otherstone ashes, like so. It's called burnt Otherstone, my bad. And I think if you drop otherworld wood inside the fire, you get ashes. Yes, so that is going to give us our first chalk, the impure white one. That goes in the fire and we cook it. Very good. And now we can draw stuff. Oh, I forgot it's a pain to remove them. There is a sponge. Yes, chalk brush. There you go. I think we just need to have the one chalk because we should be able to repair them, no? Ew. Can we enchant them? Yeah. We do that. I mean, for the white chalk, it doesn't really matter, but for the expensive ones, yeah, maybe that's something that we should do. Unbreaking. Good. So now we need to start getting the other different chalks. I think the second tier one is the gold one. Oh, that's easy. So impure gold chalk, we cook, and we enchant. Horrible enchantment. Maybe we try this again? Yeah, the next tier is going to be the purple chalk, and here is where we're going to have problems. We need a spirit to crush the end stone for us. The first crusher that we can summon is going to be a foliot, meaning that it's going to be the most garbage version, but we need to make Aviar's circle. Oh, nice. It's the first one. Also, I don't really want to do occultism in the village. Can we move somewhere else? Or maybe just to begin with, we just do it here. And lovely, everything is a white chalk. We need 5 sacrificial balls. We convert one of them into the golden one. Gold goes in the center, surrounded by the 4. And now we need to get some candles, and I don't think there is a cheaty way. No. We're going to need a butcher's knife. Very fancy. And I think it's affected by looting, so do we have anything with looting? Oh yeah, looting 6. My anvil broke. Also, I really hate the rain. I know that I have said this a million times, but it does rain a million times a day. Can you get tallows from horses? Yes, lovely. We just need a bit more. Oh, they dropped something else. Oh, delightful. No, that's not good. Eventually, we're going to need a ton of candles, so the more tallows we get, the better. Another question would be, can we get it from villagers? No, would have been nice. Anywho, here are the candles, all 4 of them. And the worst part of the plan is I need to find some raw ores. We do automatically process everything, so I have none of these. Nice. We have iron. Copper. If I don't suffocate, we can have some gold. Come on. Where does it go? Uh-oh. I think we have crashed. Yeah, as usual, yes. It seems that we have traveled back in time. It's okay. We just mined the Oh, we crashed. Just to get a few pieces of raw ore, I have crashed 3 times. I don't know why. I think there is a conflict between the Tombstones mod and Occultism, because whenever I want to use the Scroll of True Sight, the game crashes. It was not doing that before, but it's okay. We have our raw ores. Let us get some other ink. And by other ink, I mean purified ink. That should give us the Book of the Foliot. We bind it. And my dearest friend, please be summoned. Without crashing me again. But we do have purple particles, so it should be fine. Yes, yes. It does take a while. And it's awesome to wait. Oh, hello. So can you crush some endstone for me? Very slowly? Oh my goodness, you're slower than the ritual. Okay. Anywho, purple chalk, and we shall start cooking it. Also, I'm not really sure, but I think these guys are on a timer, so he's gonna despawn, right? Or maybe it just takes a very long time. Because for me personally, it is very important. Do they despawn or not? Anyways. Now we need to go for the red chalk. I think it was Abra's open conjure. Yes, it's going to allow you to summon Afrit without the red chalk. That's what we want. And we don't really want to do this in the middle of the base because he's going to summon a few blazes too and everything is made out of wood. I don't think this is going to be a crazy ritual, but I do remember that it does require a sacrifice. Also, I have been collecting some skulls from the dungeons and I think we should have a bit. Oh, we have 18. Too easy enough. Actually, I do say this is not a complicated ritual. I have no idea what it needs. Ah, yes. Afrit essence. Oh, it's cheap. Very cheap. And the sacrifice has to be a cow. So again, a book of Afrit, we bind it. And if I'm not wrong, we should have a cow. Oh, we do. First one. Here's the cow. And bye-bye. Are we good? Yes. I just had an idea. Can we take a DNA sample? Just in case. Maybe we should take more. Hello, everyone. So many of you. But we want you. We take the samples. Then we kill. Only one essence. But yeah, this is exactly why I did not want to do that within the base. And now that you want it to rain, it's not. But we just need the one Afrit essence anyway. Here is our red chalk. And it shall be cooked. Bello! Normally when I say Bello in between the episode, it is the next day, but this time, it's been a week later. We kept crashing and whatever I did could not fix it, but thankfully yesterday there was an update to the mod pack and it seems to be fixed. I still don't think everything is going according to plan, but we will see. The most important thing is, Cubby is safe. And yes, it's Christmas. It should snow, you idiot. So what are we going to do? Well, we are going to have a very small tree farm using occultism. I have never made it in my life and I really want to have one because I do like minions. I do really prefer golems, but I don't think that's going to happen for a while. Also, one thing that I never checked is that now that there has been an update, is there a new mod? I don't remember if I added this one or not. No, I did not. They have statues and trophies. This is nice. And we also have hex casting. Seems to be a magical mod. Oh, I like it, they have staffs. Anyways, I'm sure we're going to get into that if nothing else goes wrong. As I have already mentioned, I have never ever played with the lumberjack from occultism in my life, so this could be a bit of a derp. But it does seem to be a very straightforward ritual. So we're going to have an oak sapling, otherworld sapling, birch, and spruce. We shall need a book of the foliot, an extra sacrificial bowl, an axe, and I think the foliot book goes in. Yeah. Oh, it actually tells you. Started summoning Foliot Lumberjack. Also, apparently there is a book of calling, which you have to use it in order to configure the Lumberjack. We use a gold axe, and there you go. Come on. You can be summoned. Make an effort. Oh, it gives you a book. Hello. So with the book of calling, we should be able to pick you up, just right-clicking, and let us see if it actually works. So we're going to place you down, and if I sneak and right-click on the barrel, that should be your deposit. Meaning that whatever you chop down, you're going to put it in the barrel. And then we want to set up a base location. 16 by 16 seems to be fine. That is too big. Yeah, very good. So if I plant something here, are you going to chop it down? Dude, well, I have been here for a while and this guy is not picking up anything. Maybe you don't like that tree. Do you like this one? Ah, he likes the oak. I would have really preferred the mahogany. Okay, so the thing is, hexarite trees apparently don't count, and vanilla ones do. And the other problem is that we already have a farm for oak and spruce, so we don't really need wood, I just wanted something for mahogany. Oh. Okay, then we're good. Honestly speaking, I was expecting this to be a more complicated setup, but no, you just have to have this guy, he's going to plant everything, he's going to harvest everything, and he's going to deposit everything. But we want it to be a bit more complicated, so at least let us have a structure or something. Well, needless to say, he's not the smartest person in the world, so I decided to give him a friend. A Starbuncle. We place you down. First off, we shall link you to the bed. And secondly, we shall also link you to the barrel. So if I drop something on the ground, are you going to pick it up? Yes, very good. And he will go to bed. That is cute. Do you remember when I said this is one of the most easiest setups in the world? You just have to have the lumberjack and everything is going to be fine? That is absolutely true. But do you know what else is true? I'm a genius at overcomplication. If you add the Starbuncle to the mix, then he's going to pick up the saplings as well, and therefore, our lumberjack is not going to have any saplings to plant. Hence, we're using factory block placers from Engineer's Decor. They can place some crops. You see? They're great. It's really an amazing mod. So moving on from the tree farm, let us start addressing occultism. I said I don't really want to do that in a village, and that is very true, so we need to start making a new base. I mean a dedicated area, it's not going to be a base. And I really had my eyes on that mountain over there, and maybe we can have a railroad connecting both mountains. Also, just as a very small clarification, we are not going to have an area for every single occultism ritual because that doesn't make any sense and there's too many of them, so we're just going to have the frequent ones. That should be like, I don't know, 4 or 5 of them. I don't know if it's a curse for me or a blessing for other humans that I have never ever studied city planning. And no, that was not the problem. This was not the problem. That stupid thing was the problem. I know, from this side it doesn't look that bad, but if we come to this side, yeah, that was a lot of blocks. A crazy amount. But this is perfectly fine by me, we have all the rituals that we're going to need, and if we need extra rituals, I did notice that the mountain actually extends over there, so we can have a bit of an expansion, not a problem. I kind of like how it looks on the map, so I don't mind expanding it. But the first ritual that we're going to use is going to be the one for the storage, because I'm going crazy, I don't have space. This is a dimensional chest, and it's a double chest, and, well, I can't put everything inside. I mean, look. We're full. We need something much better. It doesn't really have to be the highest tier one, we just want to use it as a backpack, but first things first, we need the storage actuator. That is going to require the other stone pedestal, 3 gold ingots, I think a book of the foliot, and that's it, yes. Also, we should use our time productively, we also need the crystal matrix. Oh, it's cheap. I don't remember them being that cheap. We have made so many farms, and the only farm that we don't have is a cactus farm. Maybe we should make something, I don't know. I need green dye. Yes. It is ready. So ender pearl, 3 blocks of quartz, a book of the genie, and... no. Oh, that's the other ritual. Yes, for this one we have to come here. Do we? Yes. The question is, do we go with a tier 1 or a tier 2? I think we go with tier 2, it's cheap. Also, I would like to mention that is not my horse. The matrix just popped off, and we started this in the morning. Yeah, takes time. Also, one thing that I just remembered is that this place is not mob-proof. Yeah, kind of a giant flaw. Also, I'm very sorry, I don't remember how much capacity the storage parts have, so we're just gonna make 3 of them. I do have a feeling it's going to be an overkill, but it's fine. Anyways, this is tier 1, and while we are making another tier 1, I will upgrade one of them to tier 2, like so. And once everything is done, I'll bring you back. We have done this like 4 or 5 times in our lives, we don't have to watch it every time. You know, my problem is that with Thaumcraft, when the arcane infusion is actually lasting a very long time, there is a reason behind it. There could be instability. So if the infusion time used to take longer for something, it was an actual mechanic so that something would go wrong. Here I don't really get it, it just takes like 10 minutes to make it tier 2. I had to edit the footage. Anywho, we combine the matrix with the pedestal, that gives us the actuator, which I do admit, it does look very cool. Then we shall put the stabilizers on the sides like so, and do we have storage? Yes. Yeah, 1664 items. Okay, yeah, the dimensional chest gives you like 54. Okay. That's great, but we also have our remote, let us link it, and I also made 2 stable wormholes, you know, so that we can access it without the remote. No, we keep the axolotl. Okay, finally everything is perfect, we had 65 items, and everything is now neat, clean, and organized. I think I have always used it as a backpack, but this is a decent storage. And my plan was that next time that we play with occultism, we're going to use this as our main storage, and autocraft everything with it. Because you can. At least it's going to be fun to try. Let's put a wormhole over here, and I don't know, the other one, we just keep it. Also, I know what you're going to suggest. You're going to suggest that I should summon a Marit Crusher so that we would be able to process some ores. Don't you worry, I know, and we will do that. But that is not going to be a project for today because we don't need that many resources, but there is something else that I want to summon. And that one is going to be an Afrit for clearing the weather. It's not an Afrit, it's a genie. Okay, so we just need crops. And as a person who hates beetroots, we don't have a single one. We just have 1 seed. And FYI, this is the building for this ritual. Just for this one. So let us summon him and see how he works. And I just remembered, we have seen a foliot, we have seen an Afrit, we have seen a Marit, but I have never seen a genie. I like them. But they do despawn. Okay, that was a shame. I was hoping that he's going to last more than 5 seconds. Because by the time you summon him, it's already nighttime and you can just sleep. He just sold me an awesome sword. Sharpness 10 and scavenger. Holy, thank you so much. I think we are done with occultism for today, but we are going to get back here because the buildings are going to require a lot more details in order to look nice, because as they stand, they look very garbage. There are a lot more rituals that I want to try, and we're going to have way more buildings, because one of the automations that we actually need over here is food. Over here, we're out of the range of the Mahotsukai ritual, so I don't get saturation. But we have spent enough time on occultism, so it's time to move on. Also, we need some sort of a transportation. I'm struggling between create or little logistics. Oh, now it rains. Awesome. What we are going to focus on next is going to be the graveyard. No, today we're not going to... I was going to say that today we're not going to add anything. What the hell are you? I finally found you. Very Christmassy. Let's do some trades, I guess. He sells you lost tablets. I need that. For experiments. That was the first time ever I have seen one of these, and I'm very happy. But I was going to say that we are going to work on the graveyard because I need to level up a bit, which we did. There are different levels of extracting enchantments from your items, and well, one of them is with the Tombstone mod. And since we have unspent skill points, I'm going to spend it on Scribe. Yes, we can extract 6 enchantments. I believe what we are going to need is a book of disenchantment, and I don't want to mess this sword up, so let's try it on something else. Yeah. The helmet. So we hold the helmet in our hand, the book in the offhand, and we right click on a grave. I wasn't paying attention. Did you only had 1 enchantment? Maybe. So let's try it with the sword, I guess. This time I'm holding 9 books, and we shall use the soul of Traverse of Darkness. We got all of them with 1 book. That is great. And just out of curiosity, can I have a sample from you? No. Can I keep you? No. It would have been nice. I think this is mainly a super enchantment. So let us combine them together. So if we kill you... Holy. 9 bamboo. Okay, scavenger is really great. I had no idea. Anyways, for the rest of the episode, we're actually not going to have any major projects. We're going to work on bits and pieces around our base. There are a few teeny tiny things from different mods that I always wanted to play with, but I never managed to because we're always busy with bigger projects. And then obviously, I just forget. Also, I just read something weird. For the trophies, you're going to need some sort of a board and you have to drop planks on a stone cutter? Does this even work? Oh, that's a nice mechanic. You make a bear trophy with a cod, but it looks nice. Really nice. The first thing that I want to try is the Scry Crystal and the Oculus from Ars Nouveau. And yes, this time I'm taking French lessons. I don't know, I thought it's nice to learn a new language. Thank you. Oh, it's an achievement. It should be, because this should be really fun. Oh, it looks at you. I will tell you what it does in a moment. Stop taking my mud. Jerk. So how does this work? I think it's actually going to be incredibly fun. There is a Scry Crystal, like that. You take a blank parchment and you right click on it. You should get a bound scroll to that crystal. And then you can have your Oculus, a pedestal next to it, and the scroll. So now if we right click, we should be able to choose it. This is awesome. Really awesome. It's like a CCTV. And I don't know if you can interact with blocks or not, but it would be fun. Look at that person with beautiful eyes. Mesmerizing. It doesn't really have a function for us, but I thought it's fun to use. And where are we going to use it? In the office. Also, can you name them? I don't know, greenhouse? Oh yeah, it does show you. That's good. Also, when you say near, how near do you mean? Can I hide it? Victims. Oh, okay. Then it works. Because I'm really not a fan of the scrolls, but it is also very nice to be able to control your subjects to see if they're working or not. He's not working. There is something similar available from Mahotsukai, so let us try that one too. You shall be known as Test Mark III. We shall name the dog. So stab, circle, powdered eye, and 2 enders. We just give you the name tag? Do we drop the name tag? Oh. This one is far better. A bit glitched, but very fun. So apparently you just have to name the entity and drop the name tag on top of the scrying circle. Can I do something with myself? Oh. Okay. If I move, it's gonna look weird. But these are fun mechanics. A bit glitched, but fun. I think I had enough of fooling around. Let us get a bit more serious. There is another very small project that I want to do from Ars Nouveau, and that is the essences. These guys that you see over here. We don't really need them in very large quantities, but it's a pain to make them. And I thought maybe we set up a small automation for them. A few things that you should remember, all of them are going to be made inside an imbuement chamber. And all of them only require 3 pedestals. Unlike the enchanting apparatus, it does not require an arcane core, but I think it will look cool. Also, it does not require any source to craft the item. And more importantly, it does not consume the items on the pedestals. You just need to insert a source gem. So we do have 7 essences, and therefore we're going to have 7 chambers. You know, because the items that you have to put on the pedestals are different. And also they can't be right next to each other, there should be a gap. And I think a configuration like this, even though we don't need the arcane core, kind of looks fine. Yeah, I like that. Of course, we are going to automate everything using an entangled block, and one thing that I'm not exactly sure is that I don't think you can use a dropper in order to send anything into the entangled block. I mean, I do have a feeling this is not gonna work, but if it does, it's gonna make everything simpler. Oh, it does. Huh. I wanted to use a dropper which goes into a hopper and the hopper goes inside the enchanting apparatus, but apparently we don't need to do that. And by the enchanting apparatus, I just meant the imbuement chamber. I do have a feeling that we have a design that works. I just need one source jar because the entire contraption is not hooked up to source relays and I'm waiting for something in order to do that. So just for testing purposes, we're gonna use a jar. Also, something just broke and I don't know what it was. Oh, it was Prince Thomas. He changed into a werewolf. Anyways, I haven't marked them yet, but let us say that we want this one. If I press this button, he's going to get a source gem. It's going to be crafted very slowly. Voila. And it goes into this barrel. Yeah, that was fire essence, and now we have 2 of them. Basically, all I have to do is just, you know, press a button. That's it. Also, this chest is for inputting source gems so that it would go into the droppers. It's on round robin. Hopefully it's gonna work. Yeah, all of them have the same number of source gems. That's good, except this one. So craft something. Yeah, I'm actually happy with that. I don't have to craft these stupid things ever again. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's also a good time to wrap up the episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Till the next one. Bye bye. I do say the next one. Let's hope we manage to log in. Oh, something very important. I just wanted to mention, if it's not obvious, when you press the button, the dropper is going to be activated. One source gem goes into the imbuement chamber, which is entangled. And for extracting the essence, all we have to do is to have a filter for source gem, which is blacklisted. Because we don't want the source gem, we want the actual result. And that is it. Thank you so much. That thing grows. Huh.